na onom kamerom ja.
Na kojem?
Možeš nešto raditi kamerom, ne?
Ne mogu tamo.
Ako ti dam sad mikset, kanem.
Mikseta, ko jučer bilo, jebi.
A ti uključuš kameru?
A?
Kameru, jo?
Pa ko jučer, ono?
He makes 2 of 2, so Spain have a 2-0 lead to start. Hayrley on the ball.
Pa ne znam što smo dirali kad...
Ne znam, ni ja, tako ne očekam.
Moramo dati kako...
Minuti razlike ćemo se...
Šta?
Primio se da se
Važi.
možeš ti pojačati Pregame.
Nema ga nikako, da.
A gdje ti ulaz? Mixete. Tu kamera.
Ko ima... Dva.
Znači, sad će... Onajmo te da kamera. Izjav,
Nema nikako.
puno kontakta.
A nemam ja... Nemam slušao. Sad sam promijenio, ovo moram skliz da bilo uči. A nema zvuka.
Sad ću ja samo slušati, da spreman ovdje, samo ćemo se pomoći.
Daj, samo slušati ti.
Ortega driving at Hockenberger. Finds Pietro. Pietro inside over two Austrian defenders. And somehow gets it to fall with one hand. Tough move there from Eduardo Pietro. And Spain have an 8-5 lead. Christoph Edler on the ball. Shot clock at 10 for Austria. Hockenberger. Edler is open. 4 to shoot. Austria have got to put something up. Ortega with smothering defense. And again, for Austria, there was open shots that they could have used in that, but decided to keep the ball, decided to pass the ball instead. And as a result, a shot clock violation. So Spain will get the ball back. Here it is on Rubia. Well, Rubia still has the ball and banks home a mid-range. And Spain out to a 10-5 lead with 5:11 to go in the first period. Here is Edler. Hubert Hager on the ball. Hager looking to drive to the hoop. Found his lane cut off, so settles for the mid-range. Gets his own rebound. Can't get that to fall either. Hubert Hager, a tenacious rebounder on the offensive end. We've seen it throughout his career. So far a quiet start though for him. Here it is on Rubio. Sets himself, puts up a midi and gets the friendly roll. And Spain right now, everything falling their way. Shooting 60% from the field to start. Here is Hockenberger. And Spain out to a 12-5 advantage. Herrely. Edler. Guarded closely. Herrely's shot smacks the backboard. There's good defense from Onrubia. And here is Pietro. Dumps it off Ortega inside. Ortega, the one-hander, is no good. Gets his own rebound at the second attempt. Banks it home. Ignacio Ortega with his second field goal. And a timeout has been called by Austria. And Spain out to a 14-5 lead here at the Hotel Hills Arena in Sarajevo. We extend a warm welcome to you wherever you are this morning. Great to have you all on board. And hopefully as well you can hear me as well. If you could let us know in the comments if the sound is now good. But yes, a warm welcome to everyone on the IWBF Europe channel and indeed the IWBF channel. This is the 27th European Championships for the men, Division A. And we are in Group A action. Of course, last night we saw the hosts, Bosnia and Herzegovina, in action. They lost out to Poland. This is the first game of an 8-game slate here today across courts 1 and 2. But with 4:01 remaining, Spain out to a 14-5 advantage, 60% from the field thus far. Oscar Onrubia with 6 points, Ignacio Ortega and Eduardo Pietro with 4 each at the moment for Spain. Mehmet Herali, the only player to register points for Austria thus far. But it's early doors here on day 2. Edler sweeps it wide. It's welcomed in by Haga. Shot clock in single figures. Haga goes along the baseline, marked heavily by Lorenzo. Felega gets it to go and a foul. Leon Felega from 6 feet. As the shot clock was winding down, he'll go to the foul line. Leon Felega, the Graz native. And fluffs his lines from the stripe. Ignacio Ortega on Rubia. Onrubia loves the mid-range. He's hit a couple already. As Oscar Onrubia. 9-point lead restored for Spain. Hubert Haga. 5 to shoot for Austria again. Haga goes to the baseline again. And right now, Hubert Haga 0 of 3 from the field. Ortega glides his way to the cup and scores. Made that look so easy. Great wheel control there for Ignacio Ortega. Created space for himself and made no mistake off the glass. And Spain have a double-digit lead with 2:25 to play in the first. Edler. And the whistle has gone. And a few words being exchanged there between Philipp Hockenberger and Eduardo Pietro. Herali, 7 to shoot. Haga marked closely by Ortega. Haga gets by him. Goes against the pick and roll, gets his shot off and puts it in. First field goal for Hubert Haga. Onrubia, under 2 to play here in the first period. Onrubia goes for the mid-range again. Lorenzo with the rebound. And Lorenzo putting it in at the second attempt. Right place, right time. 20-9 in favor of Spain. And Austria right now haven't been at the races. They've only taken 9 field goal attempts in this first quarter thus far, compared to 13 from Spain. A couple of shot clock violations. However, with that whistle, Austria are now going to go to the line. Spain in the penalty, and some substitutions coming in on Rubia and Kristen coming out. And Pablo Lavadiera coming in. Alex Ruiz. That is a pair of substitutions coming in. As Pablo Zazuela also checking in. Adrian Garcia, the other person on the court for the final 1 minute and 23 of the first. Here is Ruiz. Ruiz just gliding his way to the elbow, but comes back out. Lovely dump off pass to Zazuela, who can't get that under the basket. And away come Austria. Spain have missed a couple of shots under the hoop, but they have gotten a number of second chance points. 6 second chance points at that, and a backcourt violation has been called. Unnecessary from Austria. Under a minute to play in the first. Garcia. Garcia dumps it off. And the mid-range is good for Lorenzo. 40 seconds to play here in this first quarter. 22-11 in favor of Spain. Haga. Hereli. Edler. 6 to shoot for Austria. Haga. Hockenberger cut to the basket. Haga didn't need him. And the shot clock is off as Ruiz can hold for the last shot, but it doesn't look like he's going to do that. Ruiz can't hang on to the pass. Zazuela got it back. Ruiz. Lorenzo gets it to go on the first quarter buzzer. A great way to end a great first quarter for the men in white and gold. And they lead Austria 24-11 after the first quarter of play here in Sarajevo. Well, an early 6-0 start for Spain got things going. Austria did hit back, but from there it was one-way traffic as Spain pounded the glass, got a number of second chance opportunities, some easy scores, and Austria, who have passed the ball well, but probably too well for their own good, because there's been some open shots they could have made, but decided not to use it. As a result, a couple of shot clock violations and some tough shots that they've had to put up. And as a result, they've only got 11 points on the board, but no doubt they will be challenging Spain in the next couple of quarters. Spain leading at 24-11. Oscar Onrubia with 8 points on 4 of 6 shooting. Manuel Lorenzo and Ignacio Ortega both with 6 in support. Mehmet Hereli scored Austria's first 5 points of this game, and he leads the way for Austria with 5 as we get set to start the second period. Big hello to everyone watching on the IWBF Europe YouTube channel. Great to have you all on board this morning, wherever you are across Europe. Game 1 of an 8-game slate here in the Bosnia capital, as Austria get us set and started for the second quarter. Here is Christoph Edler. Again, great defense there from Lorenzo. The ball is loose. Edler still has it, 6 to shoot. Haga from just behind the foul line rattles one in. It's thought about it, it danced on the rim a little and then went down. Ruiz. Zazuela, the dump-off pass is beautiful, but the finish is lacking. Garcia has another attempt, and he'll go to the line for two. Great build-up play there from Spain, understanding exactly where their respective teammate was. And the foul was called. Referees in good position as Garcia makes the first free throw. 3 referees today from the Netherlands, Great Britain and Italy. Herili. Haga. Haga still has the ball, marked closely by Ruiz. Ball is deflected, it's loose, and it's right into the hands of Spain, and Zazuela is all alone. (28-13). Haga. Haga just gliding his way to the cup untouched. And at the last possible moment he was fouled. He'll go to the foul line. And Manuel Lorenzo took a bump to the head. He'll shake it off. Hubert Haga, though, just saw a lane, went right down Main Street and just glided his way to the hoop. And as a result, he'll go to the line for 2 shots, but his hard work is foiled. He misses the first free throw. Rattles in the second. (28-14) in favor of Spain. Here is Ruiz. Just goes for the shot, and it's rebounded by Lorenzo, who banks it home. And Spain have got their 16-point lead back. Herili. And a whistle away from the ball. As Samuel Fertschiller was on the deck. As Julio Fernandez comes into the game for Spain, and Manuel Lorenzo checks out. Edler nearly stolen away by Lavandiera. Edler, Haga, and Haga can't find the target. Austria now 5 of 12 from the field. Lorenzo, here is Ruiz. And Ruiz will go for the mid-range. And that hits nothing but the back iron, and it's rebounded by Fertschiller. Edler. Edler sees a bit of a lane. Herili, Edler, 7 to shoot for Austria. Haga dumps it off. Herili with the runner, gets it to go. Great dump-off pass from Hubert Haga. And Herili now moves on to 7. Garcia. Ruiz. Again, Spain passing the ball nicely. Ruiz in his favorite spot strings one. As Hubert Haga just hits the deck, collided with Pablo Lavandiera. Of course, those two were recently part of their respective nations at the 3x3 Worlds in Sun City, South Africa, back in August. Spain defeated Austria twice in Sun City, but this is a whole new ball game now. We're in the traditional 5-on-5 as Hayrely is fouled going for the shot, and that'll be on Julio Fernandez. As Mehmet Hayrely will head to the stripe. A veteran head on this Austrian team. Him and Hubert Hager formed a really potent duo at the last European Championships in Rotterdam. And look at this, Spain just gliding to the cup, and Adrian Garcia bobbed and weaved his way for two. 34-18 in favour of Spain. Hayrely, Hager under the hoop, and he is crowded by two Spanish players. Whistle has gone. Doris Kosman-Kashmeider, our Dutch referee, in good position there. And a foul called. 2 shots for Hubert Hager, as he misses the first. And strings the second. So split free throws for Hubert Hager, who moves on to 8 points, 4 of 6 from the charity stripe thus far. 4 minutes played in the second quarter. Ruiz using the window but can't get it to go. Furtschiller with the rebound. Edler lobs it. Hager the target. Hager collects. Good defense though from Fernandez. The ball is loose. Zarzuela and Hager were going for it. The ball is still loose. Felega does well to collect. Here is Furtschiller. 2 to shoot though. Austria have got to get busy. Furtschiller throws it up. It's off the backboard and strong. And Fernandez gets the rebound. Good defense from Spain. Bit of a broken offense there from Austria. Garcia puts up a mid-range, and that's short. The Bilbao man missing the target. Edler. Hager got it taken off him and ripped out of bounds by Adrian Garcia. And substitutions will come in for Austria, as Furtschiller will come out. Mohamed Bouchaka comes in for the first time, as does Lucas Fedler. Here is Edler. Again, shot clock winding down, and that'll be after the shot clock. It goes in. Won't count. It was after the buzzer had sounded. Well, it would have been a heck of a highlight, wouldn't it? But it happened after the shot clock buzzer had expired. Another shot clock violation, though, for Austria. Ruiz has some space, but can't take advantage. We're over halfway here in the second period. Fernandez on the floor, and that's a backcourt violation, as Mohamed Bouchaka went over the timeline. So Spain will get the ball. Hager well, 4 Spain players are crowding Hubert Hager here, and They need to get their offense going, and it's a broken play. That's straight away another turnover. Really poor sequence of play here from both teams. Morning blues here in Sarajevo, maybe. Edler. Austria looking to get going again. Hager. Edler had cut to the basket. Hager decides not to use him. And the shot misses everything. And away comes Spain. Fernandez. Fernandez met by Edler aggressively. And an offensive foul has been called. Austria get the ball back. Edler got set just in time. According to our Italian official, here is Mehmet Heyreli, Schubert Hager. 6 minutes and a bit of change played in the second period. Here is Heyreli looking to put the moves on Fernandez. 4 to shoot. Again, Austria using the shot clock to the fullest, and again a broken offense. Ruiz is all alone and puts it in. Heyreli was coming to contest, but he was well cut off there by Lavandiero, who did well to get in the way. And another turnover, Spain coming up with it again. Ruiz. Great momentum here with Garcia. He decides not to take the shot. He'll get the ball back with 10 to shoot. Garcia goes it to the cup and scores with the runner. The mentality, the focus has not changed with Spain. And right now, Austria is struggling to contain them at both ends of the floor. Defensively, they've suffocated Austria, especially along the perimeter. Hager going inside and gets it. That's where Austria's strength lie, under the hoop and from close range. They need to get to that spot a few more times. But it's hard when Spain are playing such tenacious defense around the perimeter. And the whistle has gone. And the foul is on Christoph Edler. And that's Christoph Edler's second foul, as Fedler and Bushakior come out. Hochenberger comes in alongside Edler. Garcia a three, that's off to the right. Edler with the rebound. 2:10 to play in the half. Edler. Edler will go for three from the top, and that's long. Hochenberger with the offensive board. Ball is loose, and Austria come up with it still. 4 to shoot now, and a whistle off the ball. 2 players on the deck, Hager and Garcia. And a whistle was a foul, so Spain in the penalty. Austria will go to the line, 1:52 to play in the half. Austria with plenty of fouls to give. As Hager makes the first. Austria now 8 of 12 from the free throw line in this one, but trailing by double digits. Spain thus far have led for the vast majority. Raul Vega. Garcia. Vega gets it back. Goes for the mid-range, in and out. Rebounded Heyreli. Again, good offense from Spain, but settling with the mid-range. Of course, last night we saw both Poland and Bosnia and Herzegovina attack the hoop as much as they can. And this time, Spain going for the mid-range a lot of the time. Offensive foul called against Austria. Raul Vega. 1:20 to play. Raul Vega decides to pass it this time. Garcia is heavily marked and a whistle has gone. And 2 shots incoming for Spain. 2 quick fouls there for Austria in the last 30-odd seconds. And now they've got no more fouls to give with 1:14 to play in the second period. There's Adrian Garcia, who plays his basketball for Bilbao. Averaged around close to 8 points a game in last season's IWBF Champions Cup. Makes the first. And rattles out the second, but gets his own rebound. No Austrian player in the proximity to get that. And Zarzuela misses under the basket. Spain haven't been as successful as you'd expect close to the basket in this one thus far. Hockenberger has the ball. Haga. Austria zipping it around the perimeter, looking for open spots. Hockenberger, a midi, is short. And Spain right out in transition. Lavandiera, the beneficiary. 18-point advantage for Spain. Biggest lead of the game for them was 19 as Haga on the floor. .6 to play in the half. Edler. Marked by Garcia. Lovely pass to Hayreli. The quick release, no good. As we enter the final seconds of the second period. Christoph Edler on the deck, and a whistle has gone. It's been a very physical first 20 minutes of play here, but Spain have their 18-point advantage. Of course, Spain, the runners-up in the last European Championships in Rotterdam, losing out to Great Britain. They'll be keen to go one better in an open floor for the European Championship crown this summer. So many incredible teams in it. Of course, Great Britain retaining the majority of their players from Rotterdam, as have Germany, Spain, and Poland. Of course, Turkey also in there with a shout. France looking very strong this year with the majority of their players returning from Rotterdam. So it's an open floor here in Sarajevo, all to play for. And of course, the women tipping off their championship today. And all games live and exclusive on the IWBF Europe channel, as well as the IWBF YouTube channel. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe to both to catch all the action here in Sarajevo and be notified which games are playing. And of course, to check out the full schedule, there's a lot of games going on in the next week and a half. Check out iwbf-europe.org for all the information. And of course, don't forget to give IWBF Europe a follow on all social media platforms as well. As Spain with the final shot of the half, and the miss there from Adrian Garcia, and that'll do it for the first half of play. Spain lead 41-23. They've led for the vast majority of the contest, shooting around 59% from the field. Manuel Lorenzo and Oscar Onrubia, both with 8 points. For Onrubia, all of his points coming in the first quarter. Hubert Hager leads all scorers right now for Austria. He has struggled from the floor, missed his first 3 attempts, but he has 12 points, 2 rebounds and 2 assists for Austria. But for Austria, it's maybe a lack of confidence in getting an open shot. Right now they have struggled to get a lot of shots off in the first half. It's led to a number of shot clock violations and turnovers, which have been converted into fast break points for Spain, who have scored 15 points off 12 Austrian turnovers, and 8 of those 15 all coming in transition. So it's half time here at the Hotel Hills Arena in Sarajevo, and Spain have a 41-23 lead over Austria. But we'll be back in 10 minutes' time. Plenty more action to come, and Austria have a comeback surely in them. A warm welcome back to everyone here from the Hotel Hills Arena in Sarajevo. And you're locked into what is going on Court 1 in this Group A encounter between Spain and Austria. Spain currently leading 41-23, third quarter incoming. Warm morning and a hello to everyone wherever you are across Europe, across the world. John Hobbs on hand to guide you through the events of quarters number 3 and 4. Of course, the other teams in this group, Germany, Turkey, Poland and Bosnia-Herzegovina. Bosnia-Herzegovina and Poland locked horns last night in the tournament opener, which Poland won comfortably. But there were certainly some strong spells from the host nation, particularly in that third quarter. But Poland too strong, too deep, and too experienced getting the win last night. And the tournament continues. Game 1 of an 8-game slate here today. Of course, Group B opens up later on. Great Britain, Netherlands, Italy, France, Israel, and Switzerland in Group B as the road to Ottawa begins here for the IWBF Europe section. Of course, the top 5 teams qualify for next year's World Championships in Canada. Teams that are finished 6th and 7th will go through to the repechage tournament for the final spots for Canada. That tournament scheduled for April of next year. Ortega to get us started in the third. His shot is short, rebounded by Edler. And Austria will get the ball, plenty of time. And Austria will get the ball, plenty of time on the shot clock. Hockenberger. Hager. Hayrely, shot clock again winding down. This time they get a shot off. Hockenberger with the offensive board. Edler under the basket, too strong, and a whistle has gone. There's Francesco Garcia just being helped up. Minute played in the third quarter. Onrubia gliding his way to the baseline, finds Ortega. Ortega with the trailer under the basket, has 2 attempts and whistle has gone. Foul is on Christoph Edler. Hayrely put his hand up to signal that was his foul, but the referee decides that was on Christoph Edler. That's Edler's 3rd foul of this contest. Ortega makes the 2nd, and Spain 45-23 to the good here against the Austrians. A 7-0 start for the men in white and gold. Hayrely finds a bit of space and buries a short 2. And Austria now off the mark in the third period. Ortega fouled quickly at mid-court by Hockenberger. Of course, Ignacio Ortega really made a name for himself in the last European Championships in Rotterdam. Was the only Spanish player to score more than 100 points total. He averaged 18 points, 5 assists in the Netherlands. Couldn't collect that pass, though, from Oscar Onrubia, and the ball goes out of bounds. Austria will get the ball back. Edler. Hager was cutting to the basket. Edler now finds Hager. Hager sets himself and puts it in. Ortega. 2-on-1 at the moment, but Garcia and Onrubia come back to help. Onrubia sets himself and buries a 2. Oscar Onrubia now on 10 points. Haga. Haga now was thinking about the 3, instead goes to Edler, who finds a bit of space, uses the glass, but he's short. Furtschiller, the offensive boards, and the miss there, agonizing from Filega. Garcia, 2-on-3 at the moment. Furtschiller now comes back to help. Onrubia, same spot, but a different result. That shot is long this time. So much great action on tap here today for all the games, information, all the scheduling. Head to iwbf-europe.org. Lots of games going on today, all teams in action for both men and women. Of course, the Women's European Championship opens up here today as their own odyssey to Ottawa begins. 5 to shoot for Hayrely, and again, Austria's offense a little static and a bit of a broken offense. They're crowded around one area of the court, the Austrians. No real ball movement there from the men in black, but they get the turnover. It was a bad pass from Garcia, intended for Ortega. And a bit of a reprieve here for the Austrians. Hayrely, he finds a bit of space. His shot is off, and a foul there from Ortega on Edler. Second foul for Ignacio Ortega. Edler thought about the 3, but Ortega came to meet him. Haga gets past Ortega, finds some room and puts it down. Great catch and the turn from Hubert Haga. Brilliant wheel control from Hubert Haga. Onrubia. Ortega fading away off the back iron, and it's taken by Hayrely. Spain out rebounding Austria right now, 21-15. So Austria now trying to limit second chance opportunities for Spain. Hayrely on the catch and shoot, strings it. Onrubia. Lorenzo. And Lorenzo fouled. That will not count, much to the dismay of Manuel Lorenzo. A deadly mid-range shooter. We saw it right there, but that shot will not count. The foul happened before the shot, as Alexis Ruiz will come in and Ignacio Ortega heads to the bench. Onrubia. And Pietro was not expecting the pass. Bit of a miscommunication there between Eduardo Pietro and Oscar Onrubia. Haga, Hayrely is wide open, collects it, goes for the shot, and that's short. on Rubia. He has a bit of space. Lorenzo collects. Lorenzo gets his shot to fall. 3:30 to play in the third period, and Spain have restored their 20-point advantage. Haga sweeps it wide. It's deflected. It just finds Hayreli. Goes off the glass, doesn't fall. And on Rubia he broke free there, but Spain couldn't find him. Lorenzo did well to collect. Whistle has gone. It will be 2 shots. That would have gone in. That would have counted if it gone in. And Chris Stainton, our referee from Great Britain, in good position there to call the foul. So Spain will have free throws. A timeout has been called on the floor. 51-31 in favor of Spain. Well, warm welcome to everyone on the IWBF Europe YouTube channel, and indeed the IWBF YouTube channel if you're watching. Great to have you all on board here at the Hotel Hills Arena in beautiful Sarajevo, where it's actually raining today here in the Bosnian capital. And on this court today, of course, Spain, Austria, currently 7 minutes into the third period, as the women's tournament, the Women's European Championship, commences this afternoon as the holders, the Netherlands, take on France. That's followed by the European Championship runners-up, Great Britain. They'll take on Spain, which should be a very interesting affair, as their own road to Ottawa begins. Lorenzo hits both his free throws, and it's a 22-point lead for Spain here with 7 minutes to play, in the third period. Spain are very efficient, 9 of 10 from the stripe after those free throws from Manuel Lorenzo, and Philip Hockenberger hits the deck, smacks the floor hard in frustration. Hockenberger, 6 to shoot. Hockenberger marked heavily. Great defense from Spain. In particular, that man on the ball right now, Francisco Garcia. Kristen drives to the basket. Pietro instead gets it. What a pass! And unlucky not to get the finish from Lorenzo. What a find. Great vision from Eduardo Pietro. The first shot from the line missed by Lorenzo. That's only Spain's second miss from the stripe this morning, as he rattles in the second. And substitutions coming in for Austria. Marcel Dadal coming in for the first time in this one, the number 2, and straight away on the ball. Dadal to Haga. 2:20 to play in the third, and a travelling violation called against Hubert Haga. Onrubia. Onrubia given some space by Pietro. Decides not to take the shot instead. Goes to Garcia. Spain's offense now getting more patient. Looking to get to their spot. Passing up good shots for better shots. 56-31. Edler, Haga. Again, Austria's offense static. Hayreli, 5 to shoot. Hayreli at the elbow. Deflected out of bounds by Pietro. And it will still be an Austria ball with 1 second on the shot clock. So a shot is going to be launched here either way. Hayreli, the shot is up and the shot is no good. Garcia, and now Spain in full flow. And Manuel Lorenzo with the easy finish. Spain now really extending their advantage. A 17-8 third period thus far for them. Haga, that's way off. And Spain will collect. Onrubia. Plenty of Spanish players cutting to the basket. Onrubia. Pietro under the hoop. Looks for the English spin. Doesn't get it to fall and gets it at the second attempt. And Spain in full flow. Everything going their way right now. And Austria a little discombobulated. Hayreli. 33 seconds to play in the third. And Spain have certainly sunk their teeth into the Austrians as Edler misses the long two. Shot clock is now off. Final 20 seconds of the third quarter. Onrubia calls for calm in what has been a solid third period for Spain. The shot is up, the shot is short from Luis Kristen. Final seconds, Edler at mid-court, Filega. Well, that shot actually went off just before the buzzer. It was blocked, and that ends the third period. And it's been a brilliant third quarter for Spain as they have raced out now to a 60-31 advantage. They have outscored Austria 19-8 in that third period. Manuel Lorenzo, a flawless performance from the field right now. 6 of 6 from the floor for his 15 points. You can chuck in 7 rebounds for good measure. Oscar Onrubia with 10 points. 8 of those 10 coming in the first period. And currently for Austria, Hubert Haga and Mehmet Hayreli, the formidable duo. As I said earlier on, they were a strong duo in Rotterdam, and to start, they've been a strong duo here in Sarajevo, but not much support really going for those two players. Haga has 16, Hayreli has 13. But other than that, it's just Leon Filega. He's the only player who has registered a field goal of any sort for Austria. Everyone else hasn't registered a point yet. And it just shows you the difference in the tail of the tape between the two teams. Depth has certainly come into play, and Spain have taken full advantage as multiple players have registered points. And as Austria get us underway for the fourth period with a lot of work to do. Haga. What have Austria got in the locker. Haga. Shot clock at 10. Edler. Bushakor doesn't get that to fall either. He got a good look at the hoop. Ortega. Spain in the comfort zone. Onrubia buries a three. Oscar Onrubia from downtown. And the gap is now 32. Hayreli. Haga. Hayreli, shot clock at 6. Hayreli's shot agonizingly falls out. A whistle has gone. Here is Haga. Haga will go for the mid-range. That's short. And it's rebounded by Garcia. And an offensive foul away from the ball. And that's on Pablo Lavadiera. And the ball is loose as Ortega and, Haga went for the catch and Ortega stripped it out of his hands. Austria will keep the ball. Hayreli. 8 to shoot for Austria. Hayreli still has it. And Ortega again getting his hands in the way, gets the clean steal. And away comes Spain. Pietro on the ball, dumps it off. Beautiful pass, but the finish lacking from Garcia. Hayreli inside. Another offensive foul has been called, this time on Mehmet Hayreli. And Spain get the ball back. It's been a scrappy start to this fourth quarter. Almost deja vu from last night's opener. Fourth quarter was very scrappy to start between Bosnia-Herzegovina and Poland. Onrubia. Ortega inside. That's too easy. Great find from Onrubia. And the finish pure from Ortega. Ortega now on to 10 points. And Onrubia with his 5th assist. Hayreli finds Bushakor, and another whistle has gone. In fact, there's an issue with the shot clock, as Austria ran their offense with the shot clock held on 24 the entire time. As we're back underway, Edler has the ball. And Edler, well, the ball is loose. And just as Ortega was collecting it, a whistle had gone. A timeout has been called on the floor here. 7:22 to play in the fourth period. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to everyone wherever you are across Europe, across the globe, here at the Hotel Hills Arena in Sarajevo, where right now Spain have broken free of Austria in the third quarter. They did lead comfortably at half-time, but then really stuck the dagger in and have left Austria with a lot of work to do. Just two players from Austria have contributed significantly to the score sheet. Hubert Hager and Mehmet Herili, the two veterans of the team. But Spain right now have used their bench to full effect. And a very evenly balanced scoring contribution from all the players on Team España. And right now they lead 65-31 with 7:22 to play here in this fourth period. Rubio on the ball. Goes for three and can't cash out. Herili on the ball. Hager. Hager is getting bumped and bruised there as Ortega with the foul. As Eduardo Pietro will just adjust himself before settling back into his chair. Hager. Hager with 6 to shoot. Hochenberger, lovely pass inside. Edler with the finish. And that is Christoph Edler's first field goal. He was 0 of 4 before that. And finally another Austrian player off the mark. And another foul has been called. Six of 9, make that 6 of 10 now from the stripe. Onrubia. Onrubia inside. The shot is up, the shot is good, and a foul from Adrian Garcia. He'll go to the line for the bonus. The three-pointer play the old-fashioned way, as they say. 71-33. And Spain just coasting and coasting away from Austria, leaving them high and dry right now. Haga. Hayrely puts it in from the elbow. Ortega. Onrubia composes himself, but short with the mid-range. Hockenberger. Edler stolen away by Lavandiera. A thief in the morning, as Onrubia has it. Lavandiera under the basket, doesn't need him. Garcia is there instead. 14 transition points for Spain, 6 of them coming in this fourth quarter. Haga, he finds a bit of daylight and gets the layup to fall. And a quick timeout has been called by Spain. As Coach Abraham Ruiz just wanting to call his troops in for a quick chat. 74-37 in favor of Spain. 4:23 to play in this fourth quarter. Spain shooting at around 58% from the floor at this moment. Most of their points coming in transition in this fourth quarter. And Austria, with only 38 field goal attempts in this contest, shooting 36%. They've passed the ball around and been very patient in their build-up play. Maybe too patient, because they've had a fair few shot clock violations, some static offense. There's been some positive spurts, though, from the Austrians. But no doubt a lot of talent on this Austrian team, and they will fight to the very end here. Here is Hockenberger. Hockenberger deflected by Petro, and away comes Spain once more. It's becoming to be a familiar tale as Lorenzo with the easy finish. "26 points off 20 turnovers for Spain. They have really capitalized on the turnover count that Austria are racking up. Ball is loose. Hockenberger has it, but he was closely marked there by Lavandiera. .3:31 to play in our opening game on court number one, this Group A encounter, and it looks like Spain are well on their way to making a statement victory after the first day of action. Lorenzo inside, and that's too easy. Hockenberger. And the whistle has gone. And 2 shots to come. Spain in the penalty. So Hubert Haga currently on 18 points, 6 of 10 from the charity stripe. He'll get a couple of shots and some chance at some freebies here for the Austrians, makes the first. Hubert Hager, who averaged close to a double-double in Rotterdam back in 2023. As beautiful cut across the wing and the finish inside by Garcia. .243 to play in this one. Edler. Hager. Twisting and turning. Finds Edler. Edler, great pass inside. Hockenberger, the finish. That's Philipp Hockenberger's first field goal. But in reality, it looks to be academic unless a minor miracle is performed and the whistle has gone. Austria now with no more fouls to give. Garcia. Garcia still has it. And the shot is money from Vega. Raul Vega with his first score. Under 2 to play now. And Spain, a strong message sent as Garcia was going for the block. Hager too strong, but couldn't get his shot to fall anyway. Garcia to the basket and nearly turned provider there for Lorenzo. He can't get it to fall. Foul is called. And Austria will get the ball back. 1:38 to play. Edler. Sopan was calling for it, and even the referee takes a tumble. Dutch official there. Doris Korsman-Kashmida takes it with grace, though. Here is Edler. Edler. Hager at the foul line, close to the elbow with 3 to shoot. That's short, off to the right. And Spain, this has been the familiar tale throughout this fourth quarter, breaking away in transition. That's too strong from Lavandiera. On the follow, though, was Lorenzo. Hockenberger. Edler can't hang on to the pass. And Spain will collect. 46.4 to play. And a job well done for Coach Ruiz's side, as they will get their European Championship adventure off and running here in Sarajevo. Vega misses the two-pointer. Here is Hager, and Austria looking to finish strong. There's a gap down the lane, foul away from the ball. It's an offensive foul. It's on Samuel Furtschiller. And there's only a second differential between shot and game clock, and I think Spain will just hold the ball as long as they can. They know the job is done. 84-41. And the referee's just deciding to just turn the shot clock off. It's academic in any event. There was only about 2/10 of a second difference between shot and game clock, and that'll do it. Spain come away 84-41 winners. A convincing win in the end. A 43-18 second half did the damage. Led by 19 points and 9 rebounds from Manuel Lorenzo. A fantastic performance from him. Oscar Onrubia had 13. Adrian Garcia had 16 in a very well-balanced scoring effort from Team España. Hubert Hager had 20 points to lead Austria. Mehmet Heyreli added 15, but apart from those two, only 3 other Austrians managed a score. But a convincing win for Spain. The action continues here on the IWBF Europe channel. Be sure to check out the entire schedule on iwbf-europe.org. But for now, I'm John Hobbs, and I will catch you very, very soon.